Hello. Oh, hey, that actually works. All right. I know we've got no one here yet. So I'm going to do some stuff beforehand. Hello, if you are just now joining me, I'm still setting some things up, so it's going to be crap for a few minutes until I can figure all this stuff out. All right. Hello, hello. I am trying to set up my microphone arm, and I have no idea how yet, so I'm putting it on this little stand until I figure something out. You are quite welcome to laugh at me if you find this amusing. All right. Okay, that's not going to work. Oh, okay. just got tangled up. Hang on. All right. Hello. Sorry, I'm having so much trouble here. The main purpose of this live stream, other than to be able to say hi to everybody, hopefully have some fun Q&A. Hi. Yes, they're over here, and Sapphire and Sai are behind me. So, hi, welcome. Anyway, the main purpose of this live stream, other than to get to chat with some of y'all, is also to test out this equipment, because hopefully I will be on some podcasts soon. I definitely will be on one. I think a few more were still TBD. But anyway, I got all this gear and I needed to test it first. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a live stream. Anyway, I really need to set up this mic or this mic arm, because this little stand is not going to cut it. Almost like lean in, but that's awkward. Hey, I'm glad to know it sounds good. Thank you. Our mic is the worst. Hello, Pam. Thank you for coming. Glad it looks and sounds good. This computer has the worst camera. I mean, it's terrible. But so long as everyone can see me, right? I don't even know which way this thing goes. Oh. Oh. I found it. I found where the thing attaches. In case y'all didn't see that light bulb go off over my head. Oh, I didn't mean to unscrew that. Good grief. I don't even know what this does. All right. Okay, I'm going to move away from the camera for just a minute because I need to get this attached to the thing that my computer is perched on. To do that, I need to move. So if you will excuse me, I'm still here, just moving. So, fun fact, that is not going to work the way I thought it would. So, that's good to know. I'm going to be moving this microphone instead because the good news is got a little something I can prop it on. Maybe. I've heard many times never to put it beneath you, but at this point I don't have a choice. I'm just going to put a little pop muffler thing over it real quick. Because, yeah. Can you all still hear me okay? If I could get a yes or no in the chat, does everything sound okay? Oh, there, I got it standing up a little bit. All right, if I don't move, it won't fall over. Can everyone still hear me okay? Oh, yeah. And to answer your question, Keely, my book comes out. Okay, yay, that sounds good, yay. To answer that question, yay, okay. Hello, welcome in. Yes. So to answer your question, Keely, yes, the book comes out June 16th. So pumped about it. Also, I'm so appreciative of everyone who has subscribed to here and to the newsletter, even though I have nothing out yet. That's like really, really very nice of you. So yes, so excited. June. I already have great plans for the rest of the series, as a matter of fact. So yeah, book 1, June 16th. Book 2, I already have a date. I forgot what it was. I'm sorry. But July. Book 2 is July. So I know that's really close together. Book 3, August. September is book 4. Yeah. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, actually. I probably have. But yeah, all the books are like already finished. They're done. All 9 of them. It's a 9-book. Squad Rising is a 9-book series. And all of them are done. It's gonna be rapid release since it's already done. I want to keep it fresh. So it's gonna be once a month until the series ends. So it'll be quick, but it's gonna be great. And I've got great plans beyond the Squad Rising series. I've got a lot of stuff that's already in store, a lot of stuff that's also kind of already done. I say kind of because there's still a few steps left. But other than that, I mean, we're so close. And as a matter of fact, y'all, I have it with me here. Granted, this is like a few months old, so I had a few adjustments made to the cover. Scratch that. I made the few adjustments to the cover. I do all the art. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Y'all hear the pages flapping. It's a beautiful sound. Anyway, y'all, this is cool. Like holding your book is really, really cool. So yeah, I've got that all squared away. I don't have any of the other books, proof copies of them yet. I don't have any of those yet. However, proof copies, once everything gets rolling, I will definitely have them on hand. However, I won't show them off yet because there will be some spoilers throughout the series, of course, and I'm not going to show any off yet because I want to so bad, but I won't do that to all of you. But anyway, so yes, if anyone has questions about the books or anything, I love to do that. I was going to write down like some like Q&A icebreakers or something like that. And by the time I got everything hooked up, I didn't have any more time. But don't be shy. Definitely a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Yes, Keely, what's it like to know the world is going to be your story? My word! That's such a like a fun feeling. And honestly, I'm a little too eager, maybe. I don't know. That's not the right word. That's not the right word. No, I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's more of I know the world's not gonna see it immediately, this whole thing is gonna be really slow. But For the record, I know most of y'all probably won't be able to watch this like immediately for those of you who watch this in the future. But at the time that I'm doing this stream, I have 78 subscribers to my channel, which I know there are people who have, way more than that. But yeah, and my subscriber count to the newsletter is a lot smaller, but it's still that's a nice amount of people to know are waiting for this. I'm very encouraged by that. It's a fraction of what it could be in the future, but that's not discouraging me at all. Yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully, I don't know. I have this like slight like fantasy that one day I'm gonna be the next J.K. Rowling or whatever, and that's not true. No one gets to meet her, but I like to think that maybe it'll be like a little bit popular. Just a little bit. Like I don't know, Green Ember popularity, I guess, because not many people know Green Ember, but if you know, you know. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah. So y'all feel free, jump in. I know we've barely got like anybody watching this right now. I have no idea how long I'm going to make this thing go. I was thinking I was going to make it an hour, but it depends on how many people show up. So if not a whole lot of people jump in, I might end up cutting this off kind of short. But I see we've got some more people joining in. I see the viewer count going up a little bit. Hello, welcome. If you're just jumping in, feel free to jump in on the chat. It's gonna get lively. I promise. I want some lively conversations going on here. Why do you write your stories? Ooh, okay. I love answering this question. Honestly, I answered this question. Someone asked this on my other social group the other day, and my answer was so long. I write my stories because it's kind of one of the only things I can do. For one, I mean, I could do a lot of stuff, but I could sit down and I could write like just forever. I write my stories because it's the easiest way for me to talk, to convey what I want to say. Which the more I write, the more I'm like, I have like, I know what I'm saying, but it's very hard for me to pick out like one main theme. Although my theme for the Squad Rising is 100% freedom. As you know, they're fighting for freedom. Freedom Rings is book 1. But I don't know. There's something always been easier about writing than talking for me. Like, I mean, granted, I'm talking right now and I'm doing just fine, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's easier, it's fun, it's freeing. It's what I should have said this like at the beginning. Oh my word. This is what I've been called to do, my people. I have been called to write, and I'm so grateful for that. God has told me, to write, and I'm gonna do that. I mean, we've got one right here. We've got 8 more after it, and plenty more coming after it. It's not the end. There is so much to this. So that's why I write. That was the very sloppy description of why I write, in my opinion. Is why I prefer to write. So yeah, I just love it. And there's another thing is that there's not a whole lot of good children's fiction out there. Like I go to Barnes and Noble, and granted, there's some good books on the shelf, but half of the time I've been picking stuff up that's new, and I'm looking at it, and it's like it's disgusting to me. Like I don't want to read it as like a near 18-year-old, and I definitely don't want an 8-year-old reading it if I'm not comfortable with it. I don't. It's weird, but I keep that sort of stuff out of the Squad Rising. I don't let anything like that creep into it. So, how long did it take to write the complete series? That is a beautiful question, Pam. Thank you. How long? Let's see. The first drafts I finished in, I think, a year or 2. All of them, because I have nothing else to do. So yeah. But I started it back in 2020. It was my pandemic project, and now here we are. So technically that's 5 years, because edits, rewrites, more rewrites, last minute changes that completely spiraled and took the whole series by storm. And all of a sudden, the entire dynamic of the story and the characters and all their traumas completely changed because of one last minute change. I mean, what? Anyway, so yeah, it took like 5 years. Like we're gonna say 5 years because with the covers and everything, well, the creation, all that. What books authors would you recommend for Christian middle grade readers while they wait for your books to come out? Sorry, I'm reading these questions out loud. It just helps. Yes, that is a good question. Most of them would be behind me on this shelf. Let me lean over a little bit. Which I know y'all can't really see them anywhere. Also, sorry, I'm having trouble with the camera. My chow back there. Hope you like my chow. Sonic fan at heart. Yeah. So in the Asian genre range, Green Ember, Father Saga, Chronicles of Narnia. Definitely Sonic the Hedgehog if there's some comics out there. Not all the comics we really recommend, but most of them. Yeah, those definitely. I've got some kind of obscure ones on my shelf. I have read book 1 of The Restorationists. It's actually a really, really good book. I didn't not my favorite, to be perfectly honest. I'm just throwing that out there, but it was really, really intriguing. What else I got? Oh, Songkeeper Chronicles by Gillian Bronte Adams. Beautiful, beautiful series. It was like my number 1 favorite for a really long time until hang on. Where is it? Oh, it's on the other end. Light Raider Academy. It's not necessarily for 8 to 12-year-olds like The Squad Rising is, but it's my favorite series ever. It's gorgeous. So if your 8 to 12-year-old likes, dragons that represent Satan and his demons and talking animals and spiritual battles with really, really cool allegory, I definitely recommend that. It's an amazing series. I love it so much. I've almost reread the whole thing twice. I only stopped because I had just read book 3, and then I went back and read book 1 and book 2, and I just read book 3. I was like, I don't know, go right through it again. But it's amazing. I feel like it should be a Devo, man. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, and then what else do I got? The best things I've added to my shelf are YA because I've gotten much more into that recently. Which has definitely influenced some of my more recent things that I've been writing. So definitely after the Squad Rise everything comes out, the age range might get a little bit older just because I've added a little bit more action because I get to see more of it. So yeah, everything else is YA. So I don't really have that many middle grade recommendations on here. And for any of you who see that I'm sorry, the camera's throwing me off. I do have the Space Trilogy on my shelf next to Narnia because C.S. Lewis also wrote that. And I do not necessarily recommend it for middle graders at all, actually. It's adult fiction. It's the only adult fiction on my shelf. Considering that it's C.S. Lewis, I don't mind. I'm currently reading through That Hideous Strength, which is the last book. And I'm a little grateful that it's the last book. Yeah, it's actually really intriguing. Nothing's happened yet, but it's really intriguing. That's the power of C.S. Lewis right there. So yeah, those are my recommendations. Keeper of the Lost Cities. It's not on my shelf. It was on my shelf. I like the first 3 books. It's not Christian. I like the first 3 books. And then after that, I kind of got done with it. I actually saw discussions people were having on one of my author chats about it, like how it just gets repetitive. And that is a little bit true for what I've heard. I've had more on there. Oh, another one I would recommend. It's also not Christian, and there were some parts of it that I thought were a little weird. But I think it was called The Wonderling. Yeah, it was called The Wonderling, and it's a very thick book, but it was the most beautifully written book I've ever read. It was amazing. It was sad. The book was sad, but also had that kind of sad joy in it, if you read Surprised by Joy, you know what I mean. And it was very interestingly written, but it was amazing. At the same time, I wouldn't exactly recommend it as a middle grade book just because of how deep it could be. Then again, squad rising does get a little bit deep, and I I often forget just how smart 8 to 12-year-olds are. They're crazy smart. So yeah, those are my recommendations. I've read a lot of books in my time. I've read a lot of books, which has contributed to all of my writing. So there's little inflections of things I've read here and there, but that's what keeps it fun. Gotta be kind of like the things, and then you're not making yourself a fish out of water or anything with your own writing. So yes, and by the way, I don't really have a point to this, but I just wanted to show off the fact that there are now posters for Squad Rising. I love these, honestly. Let's see if I can put the front. I love these. So I love this art piece. And hopefully, you guys recognize some of them. Sorry, I'm having so much trouble figuring out which way the camera goes. Some of these guys you might recognize, of course. We've got Tina and Porter and Sai and Sapphire. And then we've got some other characters who don't appear for a while. They will throughout the rest of the series. Some more of the main cast. So yeah, got some QR codes on it, which you probably won't be able to scan if you're watching. But hoping to have these put around town, hopefully. Garner a little bit of interest. So yeah, I love doing all the art and the promos and stuff. I'm probably making a bad investment with some of these promos, but I don't know. It's just so much fun just seeing the art like in physical form. Yeah, I've got like so much art on here. I don't know if I could just like show some of it off because I don't have that much else to show off right now. But yeah. As a matter of fact, y'all, if I can just go ahead. This is from my last art program. I had a video go up, a shorts video. It got like 9 views. I'm probably going to take it off soon just because that kind of sucks. But I finally got Procreate, the drawing app Procreate. So I've been doing a lot of art on there. However, I did a bunch of the illustrations. Actually, I did all the illustrations for the Squad Rising on my last program, my art book. It didn't entirely suck. But just a sneak peek at one of the illustrations for Freedom Rings. Just a little sneak peek there. I really like doing the illustrations. Yeah, so it has been a lot of fun with especially with Procreate, because I've gotten, oh my goodness, I'm so much better on Procreate. It's crazy good on there. It's crazy good stuff. Crazy good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am. I don't know about you guys. I am like so excited. And okay, funny story. So is anyone, I don't know, we don't have many people watching right now, but I'm still going to ask this. If anyone is going to see the new How to Train Your Dragon, I'm going, because I know there's kind of it's a little bit of a hot topic, just a little bit, because it's like, people are like, oh, I want to go. It's people are like, it's going to be exactly like the last one. The last one was good enough. I'm not going to go see it. But I'm going to go because I did not get to see it when they, any of them, when they came out, because I did not get into HTTYD until all the movies were already out. So I just watched them at home because they were already out. But now I've got this new one coming out, so I could finally have the HTTYD theater experience. And I'm looking forward to that. But I remember when the trailer came out, I think I heard the date wrong for when it was coming out, and I thought it was coming out on June 16th. And I just laughed. I was like, my first book would come out on the same day as the biggest dragon movie ever is gonna come out on the same day. I'm like, that's gonna greatly overshadow it. And I was totally fine with it. But then the good news is I think it actually comes out on like the 13th or something. So that was a close save there. But it still comes out like within the same like week time frame as Freedom Rings. I'm not surprised by that at all, actually. Actually, that's kind of funny. June's gonna be a good month for fantasy and stuff, because I've heard some other great fantasy works are going to be coming out also in the June-ish time frame. So if anything really, really strikes my fancy, I'm definitely going to mention something about it, because I do like throwing out all the other good stuff there. The only thing that I wish also came out in June would be Sonic 4. Because they're already saying that spring of 2027 is going to be when Sonic 4 comes out. And I think that's very sad. It should come out a lot sooner than that. But seriously, me and some other people have been still screaming over the character reveal at the end of it, which I won't spoil it in case there's anyone who still hasn't seen it yet. If you haven't seen it, go watch it like right now. But yeah, it's great stuff. This year in general, I know I just said that was going to come out in 2027, but referring back to this year, this is going to be like a really great year for entertainment in general of stuff that's coming out, because we got the Squad Rising, majority of the series, since it's coming out halfway through the year, and then one book a month until the end of the year, and then a couple more into the next year. It's going to be a lot of. There's going to be that. There's going to be HTTYD. There's going to be some other things, I'm sure. That is like really lame of me to say, but yeah, other stuff. New Sonic game. One so far has been confirmed. Actually, I just heard that they have. I know this for a few days ago. I actually just heard that Sonic and DC are doing a comic crossover. Like, heck yeah! I'm not a DC fan, but I'm totally getting into that. Like, I just think that's really cool. I'm gonna go hunt that down. There's oh goodness, I think there's some more Marvel movies coming out this year. Hopefully they're gonna be good. I've heard Thunderbolts. I don't think Thunderbolts has come out yet. I'm not gonna go see it because it's all the anti-heroes, and that's so last year. No one wants anti-heroes anymore, except for Shadow, but he's evergreen. Oh my goodness. There was more stuff. There was more stuff and I forgot. There's a lot, and it's gonna be really, really great. I think Disney finally is getting the hint and is putting out some good stuff. So we've definitely got a lot of really, really great stuff coming, and I'm really excited about that, because there's a lot going into like making your own entertainment and making books, and art. There's a lot that goes into that. But you need something to fill that up, and that's why I got this whole shelf behind me, is because I'm like, I need more. I need to digest some of this fantasy stuff I've been taking in. I've got a cabinet of DVDs. I need to stock it up a little bit more, because I've got some great DVDs in there, but I need to stack it up with some more stuff. A lot of it's Black Panther, Wingfeather Saga, the animated series, and Sonic, in case that wasn't already obvious, and Zootopia, because I think Zootopia is still in there. I don't know. I feel like I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it went, but I need to go find it, because Squad, but on Earth-ish setting. It's great. It's great stuff. There really needs to be more anthropomorphic fiction out there, because that's just the most fun. I don't know what it is, but there's something about animals that's just way more fun. Just way more fun. If I can get an amen. Because God made animals, and apparently, as always, he knew what he was doing, because now all of a sudden we have all this fiction that's all about animals, and some of us like the animals more than other humans, in fiction especially. I've actually heard that Barnes & Noble, in their children's section, they will no longer put books on the shelves if the books do not have either a an animal or like the child. If the characters are animals, or if the characters are like human children, or elven, I don't know, humanoid or animals, they will no longer carry books that don't have those on the cover. So that shows you what these kids want. They want the people or they want the animals, and I lean toward the animal side. Yeah, there are some human. There are some human ones that have caught my eye. Actually, most of the books on my shelf are about humans. Mainly because the animal ones, if they're good, they're hard to come by. So that's why I write Squad Rising. We also need more animal fiction. Animals are just great, I've got, if I can lean behind me, what's sad is that with the way I hold my camera up, you can never see like what my bottom shelf is. This shelf has like three things on it, which yes, I'm sitting on the floor. Don't judge me. But on the bottom shelf, I've got all my animal books, and this is my big one. This is my big one. Yes, that's actual size. Uh, hopefully not exaggerated by the camera at all. And that's where a lot of the animal knowledge comes from for the squad rising. And if you're not an animal scholar or whatever the term is I'm looking for, by the time you start reading the squad rising, you will be by the time you finish the book, because I'm going to go ahead and show there were a lot went into figuring out the species for the squad rising, because they're all animals, they're anthropomorphic animals, and they're their own race, the Neftarians. But they're all based off of real life species. So I did some digging and I found all the animal species on planet Earth that are listed. And I made a whole, like, I don't know, see, appendix that has like, oh, yep, that's the right way. That has all the species listed in it. And yeah, oh, wrong way. There it is. That's where it ends. It's 4 pages of the people species of Neftar. So that's one of the fun things about that encyclopedia. And what was also fun was I didn't even know that all that was already written in the encyclopedia, and I just skimmed through it trying to find every section. And then by the time I was done, I had this whole list. I got it all organized, all figured out the way I wanted it to look, all written out the way I wanted it to look. And then I went back and there was the whole appendix that, like, not the way I did it, but there it was in the book and I completely missed it. So I could have circumvented a lot of work, but then again, I love work. So as is obvious by the fact that I have a whole 9-book series finished, as well as several more projects. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I've got 21 completed novels already. I know, 21. And book 1 isn't even out yet. So the 9-book series comes out, this year, obviously, starting with book 1 in June, June 16th, to be precise. Write it down. But all of them there will be a new series once a year at least. There will be a new series because I have a lot of things stocked up, and I've got a standalone. It's more of a work in progress. Granted, it's finished. I just have to finish editing it. It's long. I don't have a standalone novel like it. It's long. It's amazing. So you guys want to see a sneak peek? I'm just gonna show up just like a little bit, just so you know. It's like you're not stuck with the squad rising forever, but you might be. Anyway, let me find. I think I got my iPad right here. Procreate, such an amazing app. Here's just a little sneak peek for work in progress. Okay, that's all you get. Yeah, it's really fun. That work in progress is really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, squad rising is my main focus, and then we've got some other stuff coming out after that. All kind of within the world of the squads franchise. I'm not going to say much about how closely related it is yet. Just know that I love writing about animals so much more than I love writing about humans. Animals are easier to write, y'all. Animals are just so much easier. So yeah, we've got a lot coming these next few years. Like, it's not just the book 1 is coming out this year. Book 1 in June, July, August, September, October, November, December, all the way into 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. I have things planned until 2030. So y'all are wise for jumping on this train early. Y'all are very wise. Anyways, I have been talking for almost 40 minutes. That's fun. I did not think I'd end up talking that long. So I hope y'all aren't tired of my voice yet. Nice to get some questions up on the chat. It's really great. All right. So if anyone has more questions, I'll be willing to answer one more question. And then I should probably be hopping off because I'm so happy to learn the microphone works. It works with the computer. My camera apparently isn't as crappy as I thought it was. The only thing that sucked was I couldn't get my mic arm to fit onto my little ledge here. But oh well, it's all good. I'll figure something out. So yes. Ooh, I almost knocked my microphone over. That was not good. Okay, microphone is rebalanced. We're all good. All right. Well, I think we've got no more questions. So I think, oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. All right. Well, we didn't have that many people show up, but I'm glad we'll still have this up in the future because we have a lot of great info here, a lot of great series announcements and stuff. So I'm going to leave, live stream will be here for anyone who wants to watch all the announcements. And in the meantime, speaking of my books, I've got to go get to do some editing. So I will see you all guys later. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you next Tuesday. And the good news is, for those of you who have subscribed because you love my animations, I've got a lot more animations coming next month. In fact, I think it's going to be like all animations. So you're in luck. I've been doing a lot of animating. I should really do more. Anyway. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, everybody. I love you all. I love you. I love you. It's all great. It's all great. And see you all again, Squad Squad. And bye, everybody.